So hello guys, in today's lessons we are going to talk about Enhanced Interoperability Routing Protocol, which is actually also called EIGRP for IPv4 and IPv6. So I advise you to listen carefully this lesson, because at the end of this subject lesson we'll have some game, and that will be good for you to pay attention and to get more information from this lesson. The plan of this lesson is at first, before configuring and verifying EIGRP, we need to learn EIGRP features, EIGRP neighbors, EIGRP tables, some basic EIGRP commands, and then we'll configure on packet tracer. And at the end of the lesson, we are going to play a game, which I hope will be interesting for everyone and also useful. So at first, what is EIGRP actually? As every routing protocol, the main goal of EIGRP is to provide some sort of connection between the routers by finding the best path for the destination. So this is actually a network protocol that lets routers exchange information more efficiently than other protocols. So now I'm going to tell about some EIGRP features. So the first one, EIGRP is a hybrid routing protocol, which means that it has features of distance vector and also link state protocol. So as a link state protocol, it has 100% loop-free topology. So there is no chance to occur for the loop. Because of that, it also has a really fast convergence, which is actually good because we will not have some problems with it. And also because of that, it is actually classless routing. It understands VLSM and can set subnet marks for any other routers. Also, it uses this multicast address for routing updates. And as a distance vector protocol, it uses bandwidth and delay as metrics. Of course, it can use other metrics, but as a default, it uses this one. Only EIGRP protocol has a backup route of the main route, which means that if something will happen with the main route, or if the main route will fail, in other words, it will send packages to the destination through the backup route, which is actually very good and one of the main advantages of this EIGRP. Also, EIGRP has an administrative distance of 90, which is actually good because it is lower than other protocols, and it makes it a little bit better than others. And the last one is it supports MD5 authentication, and about that we'll talk about a little bit later. So at first, in order for two routers, or several routers exchange information between them, at first they need to be neighbors. So there are some rules how to become EIGRP neighbors. So the first one is they need to send between each other hello packets. And the hello packets has an interval, hello time interval of 5 seconds for local area network and 60 seconds for wide area networks. Moreover, their autonomous system number and authentication password need to be the same, they need to match for each other to become a neighbor and send packages. So authentication passport was created in order to protect from hackers, to protect from providing other routing information. So if everything will be good and packages will be sent and received in a good way, next we will create neighbor relationships between routers. So in this case, router A and router B will create connection, neighbor connection, using interface 0000, router B with router C, and router C with router A, and so on. So, and let's look how they send each other packages and information, and now they need to input it somewhere, save somewhere. So that is why EIGRP has 3 tables. first one is a neighbor table, which stores information about the EIGRP neighbors. The next one is topology table, which stores routing information learned from neighboring routers. And the third one is routing table, which actually stores the best routes. So in details, we are going to talk about now. So we use the previous example when we have 3 routers. So let's say that router B has a neighbor routers, which is router A and router C. So the first one is a neighbor table. It will contain the list of all directly connected EIGRP like enabled routers. So in our case, it is router A and router C, which uses interface serial 000 and 001. So the next one is like topology table. So we have our network, which is 200.200.200.0/24. So in order to reach through the router A, we have 2 numbers, which is like advertised distance, which is here, and feasible distance. So advertised distance is actually how much will it cost from router A to reach the network, like to reach the destination. But the feasible distance is actually how much it will cost for me, like for router B, goes through router A to the network. I hope you understand. If you
Can you repeat FD and AD?
Okay, I'll repeat again. So at first, this is AD. It is advertised distance. So it says like how much it will cost from router A to reach the destination. Like destination is network address, which is 200. Yeah. And the feasible distance, it says like how much it will cost for router B to go through router A to the network. Did you catch it?
Advertised distance. It's
Yes.
just all the list of it.
Yeah, exactly. So in the next one is a router C, which has an advertised distance of 2500 and the feasible distance of 3500. So in our case, like the best path is said to be the one which has the lowest feasible distance. So which one is like lowest here? So router A, exactly. So that is why it will be our best path. So that is why we will input it to the routing table, which contains a list of always the best paths for all possible destinations. So the best path is actually called a successor, which is like S here and there. And as we said before, EIGRP has some main advantages, like better advantages than other protocols. So in our case, it has a backup route. So backup route is router C here, and it is called feasible successor. The first one was just successor, and this one is a feasible successor. So, okay.
How big the flow?
They send hello packages to each other, then they make like connection between them, and okay. And actually, to be a feasible successor, we have one main rule. So here is the advertised distance need to be lower than feasible distance of the main road. So we have here 2500 and feasible distance of 3000. So this is lower. That is why we can like accept it as a feasible successor. Only lower, not equal or not greater.
Just successor?
No, I'm talking about feasible successor. So how to become feasible successor? There is one like rule for that.
Feasible successor means it's a backup path, yes?
Yeah, this is the backup path.
So it is router, just a router C, yes?
Yeah, so this is from using router C. We get back. Well, we have some basic EIGRP commands, which we will use a little bit later. So in order to like enable it, we need to type router EIGRP and type autonomous system number. So autonomous system number for every router need to be exactly the same in order to like use EIGRP protocol. And next one, we type no auto summary, which actually makes EIGRP a classless routing protocol and enables like manual summarization. And then we need to write network wildcard mask. So network actually must be directly connected to the network. And there are some other basic EIGRP configurations we actually know about it before. And the new one is show IP EIGRP neighbors, which displays neighbor table and topology and running configurations.
I have a question. Which network we should identify there? Direct connect or overall?
It has a made topology, which makes EIGRP. It can directly connect to every routers, which is within the network. So, what was the question actually?
Can you move to the previous slide?
Okay.
Next. There you said that we should identify the network. So which network should?
The directly connected network.
Okay.
And actually, we can compare EIGRP for IPv4 and IPv6, but there is actually there is no some big difference between them, but only in commas, which we need to type IPv6 before the commas, because it has actual distance vector and it uses the same convergence technology and metric and so on actually. Okay, and now we're going to show you how we can use EIGRP protocol on practice. So ABDULMALIK will show you now.
Hello guys, let's try our theory make to practical. We have activity which we have 3 routers which connected with serial cables, and we need to configure EIGRP protocol for each router. Let's try. First of all, we need to enable and go to configure global configuration, and after that we need to enable EIGRP router, EIGRP protocol. For this we write this command to enable EIGRP. This means enable EIGRP for router, and one is such ID maybe will be in place 1 will be every cipher from 1 to 65 15 535, and after that we need to find networks, local networks. We have as you see in R1 have 3 neighbor networks. Let's try to write these networks. Mask. It was this network and second network, and the last network. we configure 3 networks, and after that we need to give passive interface to gigabit 00 network. Gigabit 00 network is this interface, gigabit 00 interface, because we don't need send our each updates, EIGRP updates to this interface. After that, we need to know after summary and save. And let's try this configuration to R2. We configure R2 like R1, router 1. First of all, we need to give enable EIGRP 1, and after that we need to give networks. The last network. After that, we need to give passive interface to gigabit 00 interface. This interface. After that, no, after summary. Then we just configure R3 like this rows. We have configured 3 networks and give passive interface to gigabit 00 and no after summary. That's in this activity we try to configure basic EIGRP configuration, and we can show neighbor EIGRPs using this command: show IP neighbor, show IP EIGRP neighbor command. As you can see, in R3 have 2 networks, neighbor networks, and should be in R1 such this, and we can show our EIGRP protocol using this command. As you can see, we have protocol is EIGRP 1. That's all. That's all.
When
game.
But you also may ask questions if you have questions.
Yes, you do have questions.
Do you have?
Why do you write no out summary?
We disable auto summary because we need send routing information across the classful network boundaries. Our EIGRP is classful network, and therefore
To
we
make
use
it classless, we use command no auto summary.
What about passive interface?
passive interface. We use passive interface for gigabit 00 interface because it's we don't need to send every updates for gigabit 00.
We does it mean that we write passive interface for device only? Device interface only? Common passive interface we write for device only? Or
We write passive interface for
Passive interface doesn't send hello packet.
yes, hello, doesn't send.
Is there another version of IGP protocol other than first version?
No, EIGRP is the new version of EIGRP is the new version of EIGRP. Means it's newer than EIGRP.
It was a proprietary Cisco protocol, but from 2013 it became a standard protocol. So is that all for questions?
Okay, then let's play a game. Can you divide into groups of 6 people?
Not six, just three.
Three groups with 6 people.
No, we need only three groups. It doesn't matter. Just divide into First, we active for first place we have some with red.
Like here, first group, then second.
This is third group and this is second group. So first, second, and third.
Whereas
You can divide them. Yeah. Then this first group, second, and this third group, right? Then the first group will choose category and the explain tables of EIGRP. Labor tables, local tables,
Can you say it a little bit like explanation about?
yeah, explain these tables, which table, labor tables,
Which bank? Like all the best.
yeah,
No, that's correct. Okay, the first group has 20 points, so next group. Second group
After 1 year, 30.
These three differences of wireless LAN and LAN. That's a tricky question.
First people say
Discussion. When we have discussion?
Yeah, you have 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
If they will not answer correctly, other person answer.
Совокупность вам, значит, уже сделано.
15 seconds left.
Ну, ладно.
5 seconds left. Time is up.
You cannot use extra sources, guys. You cannot use extra sources. Just tell what you know.
One of the three differences between VLAN and LAN is that in LAN we have kind of cables, like Ethernet cables, but in VLAN it's wireless, so that
Yeah, that's the first difference.
yes.
Second, in Milan we can use TCP protocol.
Huh?
about, do you know that wireless LAN has a password that SSID password LAN doesn't have? That's the issue. Yes.
Actually, wireless LAN is more unsecure than LAN, and it's comfortable for the networks where computers not in the same position, like it's changed.
But we mentioned, we told you,
Yes, it's not.
Oh, right. Can we give them just 20 points if their answer was?
they use like a waves, LAN uses electric.
Нет, хватит нормально. Okay, we
Можно?
give it
Можно? Да. Нет, можно?
Нет, нет, в принципе, уже.
Нет, по очереди, да, теперь следующая команда. Да. Well, the third group, please choose.
What methods use EIGRP to establish neighborhoods? Yes,
Is it right?
that's right.
So a certain group will has the
What is the difference of OSPF and IGRP?
Я же
No, if they want to answer, you can.
Time's up, guys. Your answer is up.
Do you have your answer? Yes. So you have 30. Second group, you can
Żansaya 30, Żansaya 30.
What does come out to summarize?
모자이크
It's used to make like the EIGRP calculation.
Since paragraph, you also have some. There is a third group with
ABDULMALIK orders.
Oh,
ELMIRA orders. ABDULMALIK 20.
Ethernet protocols and their rules. Channel
Хочу спросить, что там это.